Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. Sometimes all you need to make a chart topper is a catchy tune. Sometimes you need to go full pirate and lose a hand and then become one of the greatest Disney villains of all time. However, fame happens. Apparently, this song still isn't famous enough because my sheltered ears have not yet heard it. So, let's get to it. Oh my goodness. There's so much humor immediately in this. I'm so in for it. Oh boy. The lip syncing by these lovely ladies who are clearly not singing is just perfect. It gives that right tongue in cheek to it. Also, harmonica. I love that it started immediately with a big punch of sound, including a harmonica, which gives it some extra funky from the get-go. Let's go back. Strategically placed hand and spread legs. Suspicious. So the singer, John Popper, not Hopper, for all you Stranger Things fans, Popper. His inflection goes to convey, and it lingers on that NV extra. And I feel very impressed by the lip syncing here of one of these Miss America actress modelers. She does it perfectly. Look at this, and smiles through. Makes you feel right, she has like a little lip twitch in the middle. Makes you feel so good. Truth of best reflection, but I'll trade nothing so far. And I can keep it up for as long as it takes. And it don't matter who you are. If I'm doing my job, it's your resolve that breaks. Because the hook brings you back. I ain't telling you no lie. The hook brings you back. Oh, that you can rely. His voice is super unique and charismatic, and it really it surprises me in so many ways. It functions differently than I would expect it to. Very fascinating sound. I'm going to go into depth on why it's so fascinating for sure. But first, I think we need to talk about the hook. Right? This is called Hook, and this is not Disneyland and or Peter Pan, but we're talking about the musical Hook. And just so y'all understand what a hook is musically, I pulled up a definition from Wikipedia, which actually has a pretty good definition. So this is the definition. A hook is a musical idea, often a short riff, passage, or phrase that is used in popular music to make a song appealing and to catch the ear of the listener. Often that hook is like an earworm. It's definitely something you could repeat, probably sing back right away afterwards. It's the kind of thing that they'll have, especially in contemporary music, you'll have lots of music that focuses on getting that hook to you soon, making sure that it gets stuck in your head so that you want to go back and listen to that song again and again. This is very important in contemporary music. A great example of a hook is going to be that's like bum ba, bum 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 bum, right? The big bass that you have that's like beefy in that song that nobody actually knows what the vocal melody is because they all are thinking about that crazy, awesome beefy bass sound. Okay, that sound and that melody, that's a hook. That's a great hook. And it makes that song stick to you. So this song and the brilliant, brilliant lyrics are talking about that kind of hook. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna come back to hopefully before the chorus. Is this it?
It's your resolve that
Okay.
breaks, 'cause the hook brings you back. I ain't telling you no lie. The hook brings you back. On that you can rely. Very soon be this.
Amazing. Now let's talk about his vocal. His vocal is able to have a roughness in it at times that's surprising. When you first enter it, the sound has got like lots of focus. It's got some twang in it. It's like, it almost feels like it's going to be a country singer, but then it goes rock, but then you get this kind of folk edge because there's harmonica in it. And then you get almost like a metalish kind of extra distortion on it in a couple different places where he leans in to a sound that is not pretty for a moment to give it some extra edge. This is a totally fascinating sound to me because it is bringing so many different elements from different genres. Also, it has got focus, like so much focus. There's ring on the sound. If you guys have ever heard me talk about a sound that has that cut, the ring, the focus on it, that is his sound. Like you can just hear the way it ping, 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 pings, right? This is focused, okay? This is like the example of a focused sound. We're gonna go back again.
It's all that breaks, 'cause the hook brings you back. I ain't telling you no lie.
And then you have that hi, this moment of some extra fleshy bits essentially are whacking around inside the vocal tract there to create this extra growl. That feels very very contemporary, definitely on your rock side. Can even go into some blues, maybe even tend a little bit towards the metal. That's fun.
I ain't telling you no lie. The hook brings you back.
Okay, but my child is making cookies. You might hear the crashes in the other room. Don't worry, he's being monitored. But the focus on the sound, and it has some heft to it as well, does not prevent John from having amazing agility. These runs are crazy good. So lots of little surprises in his voice along the way. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
On that you can rely. Very soon be
That is awesome. Let's do that one more time.
very soon be this.
So he goes from having this heft, adds essentially some extra fleshy bit to create some more gravel on top, some more distortion on the edge of that sound, and then goes to this super fine focused, almost lighter edge of his sound, all in like the span of a second. It's amazing vocal control.
Very soon be this.
One more time there. I don't even think that he's realized how much has changed in his throat at that moment. That is incredible. I think that is instinctual, but probably also comes from training. So a lot of times singers that have great instincts, they gain more access to all of these different areas of their voice through training, and they still use their instincts to get there, but it opens up so many more possibilities for what their instincts can be.
Very there is something amiss. I am being insincere.
Well, I would love to see his mouth shape right there because sincere, right? That opens with a mouth or ends with a mouth open. And here, the sincere, it kind of ends with the mouth closed and a very funky enunciation that's hilarious and sounds very insincere.
I am being insincere.
Also, the lip syncing is so good because he does exactly that horrible it's like eating their words. It sounds like a munchkin or a muppet. It's like definitely some sort of character, which is appropriate for the video.
In fact, I don't mean any of this. Still, my confession draws you near.
Oh my word. Why does this feel so poignant at this moment? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I love the fact that they've put this all framed around somebody watching TV. Can make your brain go dead. That's why you should watch more YouTube. Edutainment, that's the way to go.
I don't mean any of this. Still, my confession draws you near. To confuse the issue or refer familiar heroes from long ago.
Gosh, this singer has so much vocal control. We have these moments where it's like very, very bold and forward and driving, and then he just turns it on his head so quickly and suddenly brings the sound back. The dynamic variance is extremely rapid and great. I love that. Add to that all of this incredible precision, both in long held notes and in these super, super fast ones. And the enunciation precision is on point and hilarious. I believe it is intentionally hilarious many times.
To confuse the issue or refer
It's so funny.
familiar heroes from long ago.
Oh my God.
No matter how much Peter loved her.
The way he like plays around with that little run in there and then goes up to the top, but decrescendos on the top. It is just playful and hilarious and makes this politician seem even more ridiculous. I love it.
From long ago. No matter how much Peter loved her. What made the pan refuse to grow was that the heart brings you back. I ain't telling you no lie. The heart brings you back. On that you can rely.
That's pretty cool to get to actually see what his mouth is doing. Those really quick runs that he's doing they are so clean. There's no mush between the notes. They're very defined pitches. I see his mouth and enunciation actually helping that, which is a very contemporary technique to use. A lot of times in opera, we won't reiterate a note in a run as much with the mouth. We're told to try and keep a pure vowel, or if we're going to do a little bit of vowel modification there, we can do that some, but everything still needs to be flowing smoothly from the diaphragm. Just keep this line going the whole time. He like almost dances around these notes and has very extreme shape changes. I'm gonna go back some more. This is super cool to see. That's fascinating. He's actually giving a little extra glottal attack a few times in there. Again, very contemporary in technique. not classical in technique. And then he is chewing them. He's using the diphthong to actually help chew some of those vowels up, like that, but doing it very, very quickly, very rhythmically. And I mentioned that glottal attack. It's almost like that kind of sound that he uses to emphasize a move to a new pitch. So cool. My brain can't move to this part yet. It's like having a problem because there was a really cool harmonica section. So I'm going to come back. Let's go through that harmonica section one more time. I loved that harmonica solo. It had the same kind of feeling as a lot of guitar solos do. What is this genre? Is this like alternative rock maybe? Because we've got this folk element in it and definitely that country twang in his voice, but it feels almost pop rock at other times. So I'm curious. Let me know in that live premiere chat, guys. What genre is this exactly? Not that something has to be pinned down and just called one genre. They could fit into multiple. So that's totally cool. I'm gonna come back to that really awesome harmonica solo. It's so high. It feels very guitar. Right.
Suck it in if you're in Tintin or in Berlin. Make it a spin move or else you'll win. And then begin to see what you're doing to me. This MTV is not for free. So PC is killing me. So desperately I'll sing to the other love. Shove it off, so raging, hating, pain, and fear itself. And I can't keep these feelings on the shelf. I've tried, well, no doubt I lied. You'd be friends with suicide, but I got too much pride inside your hide or slide.
He reminds me a little bit of Jack Black. The way he's able to piece together just really, really clever lyrics, but the delivery of them have that clarity in the sound. They have a very different staple sound, I think, but there's so much that is similar between the two in the humor, in the lyrical decisions, in that vocal delivery of ability to go really, really quickly or hold out long lines there. I'd be curious. It might even be sort of similar ranges, though I don't know the full extent of his range here. Also, this is very Gilbert and Sullivan all of a sudden.
And if you're in Tintin or in Berlin, make it a spin move or else you'll win. And then begin to see what you're doing to me. This MTV is not for free. So PC is killing me. So desperately I'll sing to the other love. Shove it off, so raging, hating, pain, and fear itself. And I can't keep these feelings on the shelf. I've tried, well, no doubt I lied. You'd be friends with suicide, but I got too much pride inside your hide or slide. I'll do is I'll decide and let it ride until I die. And only then shall I abide this lie to catch little tunes of hit 3-minute ditties. I wanna bust all your balloons. I wanna burn all of your cities to the ground. I found I will not mess around unless I play. Then hey, I will go on all day. Hear what I say, I have a prayer to pray. That's really all this was. When I'm feeling stuck in the fuck, I don't rely on luck because the heart reels well.
The hook does bring us back. Wow. Nicely orchestrated. That section is mind-blowing. I love the way that it just drives us through this story. It's almost like you have to turn everything else off and just download a journey as it's happening. It demands so much attention. All of the enunciation in there has so much precision and so much energy. It's like you have a tiny spout that these consonants are coming out of, right? And it's almost like you've turned the hose up to full, and are giving these like tiny little sprays of sounds because it's so precise and energized and rhythmic at the same time. Again, demands attention. Also, I love that harmony line in there. It's just extra goodness on top. Let's go one more time.
Pain and fear itself. And I can't keep these feelings on the shelf. I've tried. Well, no, like I lied.
Love that inflection
Friends are
too.
suicide, but I got too much pride inside you. Hide or slide. I'll do as I'll decide and let it ride until I die. And only then shall I abide. Yes, try to catch little tunes of 50-minute ditties. I wanna bust all your balloons. I wanna burn all of your cities to the ground.
Wow.
I found I will not mess around unless I play. And hey, I will go on all day. Hear what I say. I have a prayer to pray. That's really all this was. When I'm feeling stuck in the buck, I don't rely on luck because I.
While he's going really quickly through this, the sound is staying very much here. If a person gets a crazy big sound, lets it be very voluminous, essentially in the back of their vocal tract, that is really hard to do patter on. It's almost impossible. I can't think of anybody that's really successfully done super fast lines with that. So it goes all right here. But while maintaining this kind of focus of his sound, he does do a lot of things where he'll go airy or give a little more sass to the sound, add some slides in there to give, again, some more attitude. There are tons of different expressions that he will use, but still keeps it in this zone so that we can just blaze through these lyrics. It's excellent placement without actually losing any access to expression.
I will go on all day, hear what I say, I have a prayer to pray, that's really all this was. When I'm feeling stuck in the buck, I don't rely on luck because I'm real sad. I ain't telling you no lie.
That's nice. Two things happened back to back there, which I think many people would wonder if that's really possible to do live, and yes, it is. The first was this added heavy distortion on the sound. And a lot of coaches, when they talk about adding this kind of distortion, I think will wisely suggest that a person first focus on the clean singing underneath. So finding that pitch, knowing what you're singing, what pitch you're aiming for, getting there without a lot of stress in the voice. There's going to be engagement, but you don't want to have stress. And then you add the distortion on top. And this can be made with all kinds of upper structures in the vocal tract. You don't want to make that distortion with the true vocal folds. Those are responsible for making that pitch. Distortion is going to happen somewhere higher up here. And that creates that extra heavy edge to the sound. Then, right after that, he flips up into an upper register. With my classical background, we would call that a flip to falsetto, but some people in contemporary music would call it a flip to head voice. If you guys get confused about vocal registers, that's probably because you've listened to people that have had different backgrounds, which label the vocal register as different things. Ultimately, what we're talking about is that one of the muscle groups has taken over dominance. There's multiple going together, but there's been a shift in dominance about which group is in the driver's seat. And it makes the sound a little thinner, purer, lighter. So those two things back to back indicate to me that when he added that heavy distortion, he did it in a super healthy way. Wow. He reads the Civil War at the end. That was so much fun. I thought it was going to be fun, but it was even more fun than I expected. I thought it was mostly going to be a really clever song. It is very clever. And it actually, again, was more clever than I expected. But add to that his glorious vocal control. It was super, super impressive. And then the cherry on top, is the harmonica. Come on! It's such a good instrument. I need to have more harmonica music. So anyhow, if you guys would like to listen to a few other analyses of times when an unexpected instrument was added to the pile, you can check out this playlist over here, and may you fall more in love with music every day.